you can see, I've got a beer, glass of wine for Janie.
Cheers.
You're welcome. Packet of crisps. We're just going to see if we can make a picture here. So, let's see what we can do. But this will work brilliantly, even when you're getting close to some flowers or some plants or something like that. So, I'm just going to see what we can do here. Now, it's a shame the sun's gone in because I really wanted to try and get some light coming from over there behind the liquid, because it always makes liquid look really, really good. Excuse me. I shouldn't have done that, should I? Put the crisps in the background like that. Move the ashtray out of the way a bit. Now what will work quite well is the shallow depth of field. So I've still got my f4 aperture in there. I'll pop that back in. See what we can do just to line up a bit of a shot. Now that actually looks quite boring because I'll just take it quickly. I've got the wrong exposure because I was showing the man in the pub how the camera works. So, manually set my exposure. Notice I'm doing this by hand when earlier I said it's best to use your tripod. And it probably is, but I don't want to get wet. So I'm just kind of rushing it. Let me just take a shot. Even that doesn't look too bad. I'm just going to brighten it up a bit because I have noticed with my Lensbaby that sometimes the shots look a little dark according to what the light meter says. That's better. But it is a bit boring because I'm just looking at tarmac. I'd rather see something a bit more attractive. If we had the light coming this way, that would have worked. But let's have a look and see what it looks like with a bit of the pub going on in the background. Right, I'm also, of course, doing it quickly because I want to drink the beer. It's a very nice beer, it is too. That's much more interesting. Now I've got the archway of the door going on up there and the beer here, and I'm just getting down in low. Oh, that's much more of a pubby look to it. I'll get a bit lower still. Because it's a 50mm lens, it's not terribly wide. Oh, I like that. So let's do our Lensbaby thing. What I want is the drinks down here in the bottom right of the picture, and the kind of arch, I don't know what you call it, the porch over the door up on the left there. So I'm going to look at my shot and I'm going to do it I'm going to do it that way up, portrait way up, but I want to put it on a little bit of an angle, a little bit of a sideways tilt. So I'm going to have the drinks in the bottom right corner, and that is where I want my viewer to look. So if my Lensbaby composer is straight like that, if it's going to go to the bottom right of the picture, which is sort of down here, then obviously I need to push that down and to the right a little, like that. Do you see what I mean? So I've just angled it down and to the right. That gives me my starting point. So looking through the viewfinder, set up my shot. Now I'm just fiddling with the focus ring here on the front to get my front to back focus. But you do have to sort of tweak them both. Let's have a look, because that's not quite right. That's better. Oh yes, that's good. The beer's nice and sharp, the back of the pub, I like that. I like the window boxes. A little bit closer, just recheck that focus, perfect. Now check my exposure. I'm doing this through the viewfinder. You can't take it away from your eye and just look in the back, because now my camera's pointing down there. My exposure's happening up there. So that's what you've got to do. Through the viewfinder, here we go, focus on that beer. My exposure looks to be right. It says a 320th of a second. Looking in the back, that's not bad. I'm just going to brighten it up a little bit. So to brighten up my shot, all I have to do is slow down my shutter speed. So I'm just going to brighten it up by 2/3 of a stop. So I've gone from a 320th to a 200th of a second. Just reshoot that picture. Let's get that nice and focused. There it is. There we go. And straight away you can see what a strong impact that is having on the beer. Now you could of course do this with flowers, you could do it with almost anything. I've used it photographing interiors of hotels, food, you name it. Lensbabies, I think, are a brilliantly creative little tool, and they're not that expensive. Go online and have a look and post your pictures onto our Facebook page. There's a link at the bottom here. We'd love to see what you come up with, as always. Enjoy. I'm going to have a beer. Cheers.